Hello everyone, I am the MoeChicken. Welcome to my stream. Welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope it's going well for you. Mine was not great. It wasn't a wonderful. My past 2 days have not been wonderful, but wanted to get some kind of stream in, and I have been working on some little illustrations recently, and I thought I would draw them. Well, I talked about it in your stream last night, Hobby, but I'll get into it once we get started drawing. I guess I'll go ahead and switch over. Let's see. It's nothing. Well, I mean, hopefully it's nothing serious. That's the thing, is I don't know right now, which is what's made it difficult. All right, we got music. Okay, there should be music going. Let me know if you can. Your streak is almost as old as me. Almost. You're getting close. Yeah, let me know if the music's overpowering or anything. But yeah, I've been drawing the the characters from Final Fantasy V recently in their various jobs, and I just kind of wanted to keep doing it. This is one that I started the other night. This is the monk job for all the characters. I did this the other day. This is the knight job for all the characters, and then this is the black mage job for all the characters. So we're just gonna draw these tonight. I just kind of wanted something I could do that would be content, as it were, but wasn't gonna like force me to hook stuff up and such. So, oh, there you go. Very nice, very nice. Lots of chills. Anyway. Yeah, well, so I guess I'll go ahead and mention why I've had kind of a crappy past 2 days. I had a doctor's visit yesterday, which I almost got away from without any problems. I almost got out of there without anything seeming bad. And for reference, like my doctor, and I'm not going to talk about this the whole time because it's not really fun anyway. My doctor is like the most chill dude. He's got great bedside manner. He always makes everything sound like it's like, oh, that's not that big of an issue. You know, we can take care of it. We'll have that solved. You know, I can just do this or this and it'll be okay. That kind of guy. And so I have this kind of funny interaction with him where, like, in advance of any of my doctor's visits, I'm always like really paranoid. And he's like, oh no, this is gonna be the time. He's gonna tell me I gotta stop eating all the foods I like, and I gotta give up on video games because they're causing cancer or whatever. It's like I always have these doom thoughts beforehand. And then I actually have the doctor's visit, and I come away feeling like, I'm gonna be fine. He's gonna be a mean doctor. Yeah. And sure enough, that's how this one was for most of it. It was just sort of like we talked about things, and he was like, "Oh, that's not like it." I told him if I had any concerns, and he's like, "That's not really a big deal. We can handle it with this," and blah blah blah. And then at the very end, I mentioned how I've been going to the gym more often recently, which has been good. I'm happy that that's been going on. It has been good for me, but I noticed that every once in a while, when I would be doing the cardio section of my gym workout, which is supposed to tax your body. That's the point of cardio. If you're not actually getting tired while you're doing cardio, then unfortunately you're not doing it right. Yes, I said, you know, every once in a while, I get a little bit of a pain on like my left pectoral muscle. So like not actually where the heart is, kind of towards the outside. And, you know, again, this was like one of the last things I was saying in the conversation, so I just kind of thought he'd be like, oh, that's not a big deal. And suddenly he just went quiet, and he's like, oh yeah? How long has that been happening? How often does it happen? When was the last time it did happen? Like, he started like really going in with the questions, and I was like, uh-oh. It's like, uh-oh. So the short of it was, he's like, all right, well, here's the thing. I want you to come in. We're going to do an EKG. We're just going to do some basic tests, make sure you're all right. So at no point was he like, "Oh, that's bad. You're probably gonna die soon." He was just sort of like, that's strange. Let's do some tests." But of course, my stupid chicken brain was like, "Oh no, I must be dying." Immediately was sort of like, "Uh-oh. If my chill as heck doctor said that's a problem, then maybe I'm gonna die." And so I had the meeting at 11, or was it 11 or was it 10? I think it was 10:30 yesterday. And try as I might, I haven't been able to get my mind off of it. I had a very stressful day yesterday. Had a stressful day today, just because I'm so convinced. Like, I know I don't have the best diet. I don't have a great lifestyle. I eat sugar. I do way too much caffeine because I'm addicted to soda. And I've always known that at some point it's going to come home to roost. And I think that's what I'm worried about. Is that they're going to be like, you know what? It's time. No more of this terrible lifestyle. And our age. Yeah, I know, right? So, we'll find out tomorrow. I mean, hopefully I'll find out tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll actually have, like, answers and it won't just be like, all right, well, you'll get your answers in 6 to 7 weeks. But I'm sure I'm making more of a deal out of it than it should be. But it's one of those things that's just kind of hard to stop worrying about, Oh, y'all being very nice. Let's see what y'all have said here. EKJ isn't bad. Every time I have to get a new PCP. Sure, PCP is in this instance. And yes, it is better to investigate than not. Like, truth be told, it really is, like... It is good that I said something and that the doctor recognized it. It would have been a bigger problem if I never said anything and suddenly had a heart attack. So, at the very least, we will know, and that's better than not. So, we'll see. But that's for tomorrow. Anyway, for tonight, though, I was just like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do silly voices. I just want to draw. So, we're just going to draw tonight. And that's all we're doing. So how have your days been? For those who don't know, Hobbyham, who streams, by the way, streamed last night and finished her world record run of Earthbound. So there you go. Very impressive. I never would have guessed that anyone could possibly get that game done that fast, but she did it. It's incredible. And I mean, truth be, you're eating cacti? Oh, no. Why did I read that as eating? I read that as eating. I read it as I'm eating cacti over here. I hope you're not eating them, but I'm also curious as to why you're sorting them. Yeah, truth be told, though, I was very proud of her because she figured out the gimmick to the Gygus battle, like, almost immediately. It's really impressive. Like, just no challenge at all. She just figured it out. And that's something that I always felt was, like, really obscure and kind of, like, hard to figure out. It's this great new food I found. It tastes great, but it hurts a little. And actually, as I was watching Hobby play it last night, I noticed that, I guess, you're sorting cacti. Oh, yeah, what is that? What is that thing you've been playing, Hot Dog? Like, the farmer was replaced or something like that? I've seen that pop up a lot, and I know that you streamed it, but I really haven't seen your stream of it. Hey, Jimmy, welcome. What is it? Is it like automated farming or something? What do you do in it? Made slow-cooked crock-pot ribs for dinner, took a walk at the nature preserve, visited an arcade, saw a bald evil. Cyber, are you just like bragging about how much better your day was than mine? That sounds like an amazing day, Cyber, and I'm very jealous. I just sat around and tried not to worry all day. The most exciting part of my day, at least thus far, was when I made a mixed drink and then had pork sloppy joes for dinner, which were good, by the way. It's an automated farming with drones on a grid, but you have to program the drones in a Python-like language. That's pretty cool. Interesting. Is that why Hax has been showing up to so many? Because I think Hax is like a programmer. It's a cool that's a cool idea to like get people interested in coding. 'Cause coding is definitely one of those things that I mean I've heard it before in terms of like people talking about like youth education, but it does feel like it's something that everyone should at least be like introduced to early on. So that they kind of understand like how like the language of how it all works because it's very liberating. I had one of those your unemployed friend at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday meme for day. I mean, it sounds really good, honestly. Um, yeah, they were good. It was a HelloFresh Sloppy Joe's thing. It was like what did they call it? I think it may have just been called. Hang on, let me go look it up. I'll be right back. What was it called? Okay. It's called a one pan sesame sloppy joes. And it was really good. Very, very tasty. I liked it a lot. What's this? I grew up with everyone saying learn to code and you'll never have to worry about work. Now I worry about my job literally every day because well, I mean, yeah, that's true. It's not easy anywhere. But also the fact that you know how it works does help in small ways. Like it's something that like did I ever tell y'all about the story about like my first coding homework when I was in graduate school? So like the first time I had any sort of like take home work in graduate school in terms of like my coding classes was it actually coincided with my sister's wedding. And so I wound up having to do it while I was at like the wedding venue, which was actually like a castle in New England. So it was a really cool like venue to be working in. And that weekend was stressful already because there happened to be a blizzard at the same time. So my sister's wedding happened during a blizzard. In like a castle. It almost felt like we were in The Shining or something. But fortunately, there was no Shining issues. It was just a very strange wedding. But I remember at one point trying to do the work. I was already stressed out because of all of the all the things going on with the wedding. After a rough week last week regarding AC issues, you're doing decent today. You got a new USB hub yesterday for your wireless mouse and keyboard, and it works far better, and I hear the Windows disconnect way less now. Congratulations, Jimmy. That's wonderful. I did not want a Shining. I'd be just fine without there being a Shining. But yeah, I remember like getting so like stressed out, and I remember sending a message to my teacher and saying something to the effect of like this stuff scares the hell out of me. Like I was so intimidated, and I went back to college to get another degree because at the time I sort of thought that my first degree failed, and so like here I was like first hurdle of real like coding, and I couldn't do it, and I was like, oh no, I'm doomed, my life is over, I can't do anything, and I was just big old ball of stress. But I survived it, got through it, and it's kind of cool to kind of know how coding works, I hooked up my DVD drive up to it, and it works well with the hub. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear it, Jimmy. So yeah, I mean, I even just like, there was I think that there was a game that was based on like pseudocode. It wasn't like a specific language. It was just kind of like based on like the concept of coding. You got your DVD burner back out over the weekend. Ew. What are you planning to burn? Oh, another shout out to Mr. Dan Dang Dunnet's streams. Dan was playing Star Control. When were you playing that? It was recently. Was that over the weekend, I think? Star Control 2. And it was so cool. It was so cool to see, not only because the game itself was really neat and had surprisingly good music too, when it had music. I know that for a lot of it, the music wasn't working. It was a rough time, Dan, but it was so cool. Oh, you found that you solved the missing music issue. Excellent. Well, I look forward to there being music again. Because when there was music, it was very good music. But what was really cool about it was that when, like, for those who don't know, Dan does like a little banner, more professional than me. So like down in this, can y'all see that? Does that show up for y'all? I don't think that shows up for y'all. It's like down in like this area. Yeah, there. He puts up like a little banner that's supposed to represent the game. It's very elaborate. It's cool. It's a cool thing. And he was actually working on it during the stream. And as soon as he started putting it up there, I'm like, wait a minute. I know those spaceships. And I had like a Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment where suddenly I was like back to like elementary school and seeing a friend of mine playing this game that was like it was like a competitive like fight or like a space combat game. And I was like, I saw the ships and I'm like, wait a minute, I know those ships. I know where do I know this from? And apparently the game that I saw, okay, so that was combat mode from Star Control 2 or that was Star Control 1? Because the way it sounded like when you were talking about it on stream was that Star Control 1 was a very different game. Star Control 1 is only combat mode. Okay, well, so I either saw Star Control 1 or I saw the combat mode of Star Control 2, but like it was the ship that kind of looked like a molecule. It was the one for our boy what's his name? The cool guy. What's his name? The guy on Pluto. I keep forgetting, like Snith or Sigith or Strath or something like that. The Spathy, yeah, Fwiffo. It was this thing. I saw this and I was like, Ferris is like, what the heck is that? I saw this and I'm like, oh, I know that thing. So it was very exciting. So I really enjoyed Dan's stream. Check out Dan's stream. Check out everyone's streams. Everyone here streams. Everyone streams. Go watch all their streams. They're more entertaining than mine, where I just draw pictures. But, you know, it's fine. The bravest cowards in space. Well, they have to fight. What did he call it? The great evil, or like the ultimate evil? He kept bringing up this, like, apparently the Spathy are fighting against the ultimate evil or something. It was very funny. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was really cool. So I'm eager to see more of that if you decide to play more. Speaking of eager to see more, I have attempted to overcome my chicken ways. I love the description of the ultimate evil as effective imagined monster event. So is it imaginary? I couldn't tell that based on what he was saying or what they were saying. I guess I don't really know the gender of that thing. Yeah, it was 1000% imaginary. Oh, I love that. I love that they're just fighting the great evil that is not real. Just made it up to make other people think they sound cool. Are you familiar with a 2600 game called Dragon Stomper? I'm not. I don't really know very many Atari games, honestly. Oh yeah, so I have attempted to overcome some of my chickeny ways and watch Ian's playthrough of Indicopia. I'm glad I did. I have really been enjoying it so far. I'm on his second VOD of it, and dang, it's like really good. it's really good. The music is amazing, and the visuals are. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. More often than not, I feel like I do like them, but it's just so like. Is that the wacky point and click? It's the one that was made by Andy something. Andy. Oh, what is it? Andy, not Andy Cap. That's all that's coming to mind is Andy Cap. It's made by a creator on YouTube that does a lot of like surreal animations. Um, and not Andy Serkis. No, that's Gollum. Um, what is his name? Andy. All I can think of is either Andy Cap or Andy or Andy. Well, I had another Andy in my mind and then I forgot it, so I can't remember his name. But anyway, it's done by a guy. It's done by a guy. And it's very cool. And I was staying away from it at first because I watched part of the stream when he was playing it. Not Handy Andy. Man, I'm gonna friggin' ask Ian. Give me a sec. See if he's online. Ian, who's that guy? Who's the guy that made the game? Ian. Hey, what's the name of the guy who made Indacopia? Question mark. Dirty Randy? Nope, that's not it either. I'll let you know if he says anything back. Anyway, when he was first streaming it, I watched a little bit of it, and there was a part where I was kind of like, oh, I don't think this game's for me. But in all of the streams he's done since, he has like effusively praised the game. And I was just like, I want to know why people like, why he's so excited about this. So I watched it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's like, oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, you should. Andyland, there you go. Excellent work. It's really good though. I mean, it's the music alone is worth it because the music is like really, really impressive. It's and it's very much like the kind of like if you got Ian's album that he put out, what was it, last year, I think? It's the same kind of vibe. Like it's got a lot of that same kind of like synthy vibe to it, and it also has the like I guess robo voice. I don't know the best way to describe it. It's cool. I don't know. Go check it out. But yeah, I kind of stayed away from it because I thought it was going to be too scary. And I had heard also that the quote-unquote true ending of the game was like crazy dark. And man, I'm just so sick of games that are dark. I don't want dark. That's why I barely play any Steam games. Although, you might be interested to hear, I have recently hooked up my Steam Deck, and I have actually been playing Steam games recently. Ones that I already had, admittedly. I haven't really sought out anything new, but I've been playing some Steam. I've been playing Mega Man X Dive, which I kind of on the fence about. I have not played Pizza Possum, but I have seen Pizza Possum, and it looks adorable. Yes, I saw that you started me into the Hollower the other day. I have not played that since that first stream where I streamed it. Andyland. Okay, yeah. All right, let me say thank you. It was Andyland. You were right. Oh, okay, and the guy who did the OST is named Paction. So the music was done by Paction, the art was done by Andy. I don't know if Andyland is related to Andy Serkis. I only know what I've told you. I'm playing in your Steam Deck now that Fields of Mystria is actually out. Is that like a farming game? I feel like I've heard that name before, Fields of Mystria. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think part of the reason that I kind of stayed away from Steam for such a long time. I mean, first of all, it's because of my stupid bias against Steam. You know, that's issue number one. All right, these guys look pretty good. All right, let's start on the next one. Should we do the Knight class or the Black Mage class? Which would you prefer? Yeah, I stayed away because, one, I have a stupid bias against Steam games. I always think they're out to trick me. And two, it wasn't hooked up. Like, I didn't have it hooked up to the dock. And y'all know me, I don't like playing handheld systems. And recently, I have a bad bias against Steam games. I assume that they are all fake out games, which is not fair, and it's based on almost nothing. But that's the mindset I've got for a lot of it. Is I'm always like, oh, this is out to trick me. This wants to get me. Which you should have licensed it. No, more like a By the way, answer me about the Black Mage or the Knight, because I'm just sitting here right now. More like one of those games, like Doki Doki Literature Club, you know, where it's like it seems to be Black Mage. Okay, we'll go with them. It seems to be like one thing, and then surprise, it's actually a horror game. All the people that you love in this game are dead now. Yay! Aren't you happy? They're all dead. They're all dead. It's like, no, I don't want that though. It's like, I don't like that. Like, I know for some folks that's the fun of it. Like, it's like, oh yeah, wow, it's so effed up. Ah, I love that. But for me, I'm just like, no, these people I care about, they're all dead. You murdered all my friends. I'm not happy about this. So, because of that, you'd hit. I know about frog fractions. Okay. So I that's another thing that is based on my lack of awareness about Steam. They have content warnings in the tags, but sometimes they're very vague, like dark or troubling content or something like that. Like, anytime I see dark in any tag, I'm just like, nope, don't want to see it. Don't care. I don't care about your dark story. I don't care about this. I don't want to see it. I don't want all my friends to die again. Thank you. So yeah, but I think a large part of it though was that it wasn't hooked up. So recently, when I had to wrestle with a lot of my connections behind my TV, I worked it out so that I could hook up the Steam Deck. So now it's hooked up, and it's got a what do you call it? A controller synced with it, and it's great. So I can play it. You might like Nubby's Number Factory. You know I will never actually. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dan. Yes, I feel like I've heard that before. Nubby's Number Factory. Feels familiar from something. Maybe you've told me about it before. I mean, honestly, one of the ones I was thinking of trying to play was Hypnospace Outlaw. Just because I've been curious about it for so many years. You should add some Steam. We can send you games that would sadden you. Well, I appreciate that. I may do that. It's a roguelike. I'm not wild about roguelikes, but it's not a deal breaker. It's a puzzle game. Interesting. Maybe. We'll see. So, that's that. But yeah, like, so getting back to the getting back to the Mega Man X game, it's strange. Peglin. Oh, Peglin is different from Peggle. I keep thinking it's Peglin. This song is from Final Fantasy V. Considering how long you've been here, Jimmy, you may have actually heard it back when I played Final Fantasy V. It's called Mega Man X Dive, and it's definitely supposed to play on the Mega Man X fandom. Because like it's so referential, it's ridiculous. Like everything is a reference. Immediately, everything is a reference. What if Peggle was an 8-bit RPG with a cute goblin? I do like cute goblins. It's true. Maybe. Yeah, maybe y'all can put some suggestions in the Discord for games I might enjoy now that I'm experimenting with more Steam stuff. Although I am still playing FF9, so there is that. And I'm also still doing post-game stuff in FF12, which was amazing, by the way. If y'all haven't played FF12, holy crap, dude, that's a fun game. Did you know that it's a Vancouver-made game and you met the team at a local game con? That's cool. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever actually been to like a full-on convention before. Except for MoeCon, of course. MoeCon 2024. Went to that. Was that 2024? What year was that? I have a t-shirt from it, but I can't remember exactly what year it was. What was I saying? No, I don't think I've ever been to any kind of convention. I think the closest to something like that I've been to was a Game Grumps live show. And I know that probably doesn't sound like it's close, but that's the closest to like going out of my way to go to like a show or something. I did enjoy it though. I mean, I guess I just never really... I mean, I've talked about it before. I have this... Yet another one of my many hang-ups. I have a hang-up about, like, going places for vacation. And that extends to things like going to conventions. It just doesn't enter into my realm of thought of, like, this is a fun thing that people do. And so I never think about it. Although, I should mention, I will be going to my parents' place... not this coming week, but the week after. And so there will be no streams during that time. But I'll remind y'all again when we're close to the date. But yeah, I don't know. Conventions sound fun. I'll tell you the one I would love to go to is the, was it Portland Retro Gaming Expo? Just stream from Parent Con? Okay, well, if you count a Ren Fair, then I definitely go to Ren Fairs. And that is kind of like a convention. I suppose I was thinking something more like a nerd convention. Although I guess also Ren Fairs could be arguably a nerd convention. Speaking of which, my current leather armoring is coming along very well. I wish this would stop happening. These little, like, blips that show up. I'm really excited about it. I finished the main armor piece not too long ago. Now, and then I did some simple gauntlets, and now I'm working on I don't even know if it has a name. The kind of like armor that you put on like your waist, I guess. I was thinking like a nerd convention. Yeah, a nerd convention. That's where I belong. Is there a panda at my parents' house? I don't think so. But I'll admit I haven't been there in a while. So maybe they've got a panda. Not really an armor belt. More like a more like something that would hang down from a belt. Well, I'll show you. I've got one on this page, I think. This thing right here. This little like thing that hangs down and covers like your upper thigh and like your hip. I don't know if it has a name. Like if there's one thing I've learned from designing like fantasy costumes for years, it's that a lot of like every single piece of an armor suit, like a suit of armor, has like a name. They're all, and a lot of them are French. There's a porn convention in Vegas every year. It overlaps with CES, usually right across the street. You're not even kidding. Amazing. There's a kink convention here, but it's frankly boring. Classic car conventions, gun conventions, industry conventions. I guess I did go to like a job fair. That's kind of like a convention, I suppose. I don't know though. Going to Portland Retro Gaming Expo, Pergy, does sound pretty fun, frankly. Going to Folsom Street Fair. God, these things just keep showing up. Man, FF12 was good. And I haven't played the original version, which is supposedly like the worst version by a lot of people's estimation. I certainly was able to remember some of the problems, though, when I played it. I was like, oh yeah, that's not a great thing about this game. So, Dan, what are you doing? Folsom Street Fair. I don't even know where that is. I assume it's in somewhere called Folsom. Anyway, yeah, it was a really good game. I'm also playing, like I said, playing FF9. It's very enjoyable on the second disc. Trying to trick PowerPoint into being an animation tool for you. That's interesting. PowerPoint does have it. Oh, speaking of which, Dan, I responded to your message earlier. Did you get back to me? Let me see. Did you ever get back to me? Yes. If you could answer that, I don't know if you don't mind talking about it on stream, I could talk about it on stream, but I didn't want to force it on you. I'm happy to do that. I just need a little bit more information. But what else have I been playing on my Steam Deck? I mean, again, since I'm currently playing FF9 and FF12 as well, I haven't really done a whole lot else. There is a escape room game that I've been playing, which I've actually beaten it before, but it's been a while, and so I want to play it again. And that's been enjoyable. Just because I don't know, I like that. Just sort of in general, I like the concept of an escape room, as long as it's not like a scary escape room. Like, that's one of the things that is a problem with a lot of escape room type games, is that understandably they're trying to hook you with like the tension of I gotta get out of here kind of thing. It's like it's supposed to be scary, but it doesn't have to be, and I like when it's not, and so I like this one because it's not scary. But that's about it. It's been fun though. I have enjoyed. I am glad I decided to stream though. I think it would have made my mood lower if I put this off because I was feeling crappy earlier. I think in large part my mood improved by the combined efforts of video games, good food, and alcohol. Holy moly! That's a lot of text. Hang on. I have a 4-frame cuckoo I got from the free Spite resource. I've tried several methods of upscaling and making a gift. None of them have upscaled without all kinds of terrible smearing. Okay, so is it the Cuckoo from Legend of Zelda? Like the A Link to the Past Cuckoo, maybe? Which Cuckoo is it? Are you saying, because cuckoo is also a type of bird, so I didn't know if you meant like the Legend of Zelda cuckoos, like chickens, or if you meant an actual cuckoo bird. Do you have a sprite sheet you can give me? Because I mean, that's something we could do on stream, and I can show you how I do it. It's real easy to do. I use GIMP to make sprite in it. Well, I probably do use Piskel nowadays, but oh, look at Lena. Look how cute she is. How cute she is. I love the Black Branch design. What an amazing design. It's funny that it's become so iconic when you consider like the nature of like, I mean, originally it was just supposed to be like, you know, a spooky wizard guy, but people just thought it was so like cool and distinctive that they kept it. We are once again listening to my my playlist of just like dungeon songs from Final Fantasy games. I put this together not too terribly long ago when I was actually it was when I was playing FF12. I was like, man, I really like the music in these levels. I could just listen to this for ages. And I was like, well, I'll just make a freaking playlist out of it and listen to it. And truth be told, it's worked really well for just doing like when I'm working on art or leatherworking. I just put it on and it just the hours just melt away. Whether that's good or bad. I mean, the good thing about it is that it doesn't distract me. One of my biggest, I guess, follies might be the best way to put it, is I'll sit down to work on something and I'll be like, I'll just put on like a YouTube video. And invariably, I just watch the YouTube video. You know, I don't get anything done. Oh, that's an interesting chicken. Do y'all mind if we work on this sprite thing for Dan? So I think it would be easy enough to fix. Oh, Hobby minds. Okay, well, never mind. Hobby says no. We'll keep working on this. Unless Hobby has an amazing change of opinion about that. We'll stick to this. You mind the ham mines? Everyone minds. Where's my mind? I think you left it on your amazing day, Cyber. Please ban everyone. No. How about I just ban myself and y'all can hang out? Y'all are cool with me anyway. The real work way. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think it'll be easy enough to fix, so let's just go ahead and do it. I'll do it with GIMP, so since it's a more like easily accessible tool. Do you have any idea of what size you want it to be, Dan? About 500 pixels square. Okay. Let's see here. What's the best way to do this? New. How much is an individual one? Is it 22 wide? So what I'm doing right now is I first have to figure out, you know, what size the canvas we're working with is, and then we will have to overlay the various things. So probably what you were doing was you had an interpolation on. You just turn that off and it retains the pixel size. See. Chicken on chicken violence. Alright, so let's see what presents this one. Scale it up. Intentionally massive. Well, I mean, this is kind of how I do my my emotes, because when I first make them, they're at, you know, like 32 pixels wide, and then for Twitch and Discord, you have to blow them up to where I think for Twitch it has to be 1,000 by 1,000, and then for Discord, I think you can get away with like 250, but it still has to be bigger than what I said before. So, Yeah, so this is pretty familiar to me. I knew it wouldn't take very long, so I figured we might as well just get it done. Okay, and then open recent, this one. I like the term pixel chunk, though. It's pretty funny. By the way, this is definitely not a Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Kuko. I don't know what game this is from, but it's not a Zelda one. Or at least it's not that Zelda one. No, stop. My keybinds are messed up. Alright, so there's... This used to be how I would make all of my animations when I was younger. Did a lot of this. So the way you actually make it into a GIF is you have to put timing information in the name. So we'll say 100. So the first one is the amount of time that you want it to be present, and then the latter one is if you want it to replace the previous one, which I do. Alright, let's see what we're doing. You go up to filters, animation, optimize for GIF. Let's see what we got. Animation. Alright, how we doing here? How's that? Faster, slower? Good, bad? Told you it would be easy to do. If you want to be faster, we can change the milliseconds. I think I got the order right, but if it looks like it's not right, let me know. Waiting on you, Dan. Order's perfect. Speed's good? Okay, cool. Alright, so let's just make sure it's the right size now. Canvas size, you said 500 by 500, so I'll just do this and center it. Resize. I'll save the file here. Desktop. Pictures. Speed is good. Excellent. I'm glad I could do this for you. Let me know if you need anything else like this, because it was, again, you saw the whole process. It's pretty easy. Chicken hop. Export as desktop GIF, and I want this animation. Oh, so this is important. So this is the output for the GIF. You want to make sure you click it as animation because it's not highlighted by default. You also want to say, you don't want to say I don't care. I usually do cumulative layers. I don't 100% know what these two differ in, but you just don't want to say I don't care. Otherwise, it'll cause problems down the line. All right, so I think that should work for you. Dump it over here. And there you go. There's your gift from your boy MoeChicken. We'll get back to what I was doing before. I'm eager to see what you do with this. I am curious. Here's what it will result in. A gift! That's the joke I should have made. You see, that's why Hobby Ham streams, is because she's got the jokes. That's what you learn from this. Hobby Ham got the jokes. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. If there's one thing that's so impressive about old video games, it's that they made these amazing things with teams of like 5 people. And it was like they were hammering code with like chisels and hammers. You know, it was the most difficult thing was like trying to develop in like assembly and basic. Like for a little while there, I was part of a translation group, or the Discord for a translation group, and I remember talking to them about like how they do the work they do, and they're like, well, you just write like a tool for it. And I said, oh, like in what? And they said, basic or assembly. You just have to learn it. And they said it like it was just like the easiest thing in the world. And I was like, that sounds really hard to do. That sounds very, very challenging, in fact. And you're making it sound like it's just like the simplest thing in the world. Yeah, so kudos to anyone who makes a game, first of all. But like, kudos to people who were making games back then. The forefathers of games. Forefathers and mothers. Can you be a foremother? Is that a thing people say? And thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I do already feel better, which is nice. I just really hope that tomorrow I get like an answer. It'd be best if the answer was, oh, false alarm, you're fine. But, the worst thing could be if he's just like, well, we'll wait a while. I know that on the TikTok they say, Mother, I crave violence. Mother, I demand violence. Give it to me. Provision me with the violence. Chris Sawyer made Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 all on assembly, which explains why even on modern Windows, the game runs smoothly. That's pretty cool, actually. I gotta admit, I am not nearly as into Roller Coaster Tycoon as I think some other folks are. Like whenever Ian's like, well, we're gonna do an easy stream today, Ian Broomers. He's like, oh, we'll do an easy one today. We'll just do Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm like, oh man. It's like always a disappointment. It's like, oh. Well, I know for so many people it's like a really fun game, so it's fine. It just doesn't interest me. I don't know. Like I didn't play it growing up. I don't have any background with it. I imagine for me, it's like how it would be if you started playing like SimCity 2000. Like I have a lot of background with SimCity 2000, so I'd be over the moon. But I imagine for some people it'd be like, this game's dumb and I don't care. Play something else. Sim life. Not me. Is that a Sims game? You don't follow when he plays, just background to chit chat. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I feel like that's sort of the essence of streaming in general. Like I've told you all about this before, but part of the reason I got into like content creation in general was that where I currently live, I don't really have any friends that are nearby. You only had Mall Tycoon because it was in a cereal box? That's amazing. I think I was too old for the cereal box stuff. I remember finding things like toys in cereal boxes, but I don't think I ever got a video game in one. What was I saying? I was about to mention something. Simet, as far as I know, is the only sim game with a legitimate specific endpoint with it rolls a video and credits. I have never seen the end of Simet. Well, yeah, I am about your age. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't eat the right time. I didn't eat Chex. Maybe that's why I never got Chex Quest. I also didn't really have a computer that would be able to run it for many years. I didn't really our family computer when I was growing up was a Macintosh LE, and then after that we didn't have another one until I was in like high school. So yeah, I was one of those families. We didn't really have computer. I was talking about something before we started talking about Chex Quest, and I forgot what it was. Tell you what, no brain left. Wait. You played a lot of Sim Life. It's like a glorified logo writer? A logo writer? Based on the name, that is not at all what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a some sort of like biological life game. What was the game like? Like, what did you do? Were you like a advertising agency? You had a computer made with entirely recycled parts. Yeah, well, as a result of that, you know how to do things with computers, and I don't. So, checkpoint, sir. It sounds like you got the more useful skill set. What now? Very Dan-coded. You want to go? My life was more of a waste of time. I'll show you. But yeah, I mean, that's actually one of the reasons I like watching the Bingo 98, or like just any sort of like the Windows 98, Windows 95, Windows XP stuff that Brutal Moose does, is because like it's like peeking into a world that was like parallel to my own as a child. It is biological. Use sliders and menus to make species, but honestly the fun was the sprite editor. I gotta look it up. We're gonna learn. Hang on, we're gonna learn. Let's look this game up. Up. Oh yeah, Dolly passed. Was that yesterday? It was very tragic, but she was an impressive lady. All right, Sim Life. What'd you say it was for? It was for Power PC. Which one of these is mine? Oh, yeah, here we go. Sim Life. Abandonware? Oh, I've seen this before. Is this what it looked like? Weird. Crazy. It's on my Abandonware. I wonder if it's on Classic Reload. Let's see. Search. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. We can play this if you wanted to. I don't know what it's like, but we can play it. If y'all don't know about this website though, great website to like look up games you saw once in a dream or something, from your childhood. It's got all kinds of games. Admittedly, it only has a certain collection of platforms. It's got DOS, Genesis, Commodore, 3.x, Amiga, Arcade, and ZX Spectrum. But I've come here to play. It has the games from your dreams, provided those games are the ones. Provided the dreams you had in your game, the games you had in your dreams were specifically the ones on this website. Then yes, that is a correct statement, and yes, I will share it on Discord. It's just called Classic Reload, but I've come here a lot to play like text adventures at times. Just be like, I want to play a text adventure and not know what I'm doing. And it's a good time. Boop, there you go. Alright. Play Wolfenstein 3D, Prince of Persia, Oregon Trail. We could play this version of the Oregon Trail, which is the one I remember so much. This is the one where, like, when something bad happens, it goes doot dooty. You play Dyna Blaster, which is Bomberman. Ski Free. You play Ski Free. Ski Free. Come on, come on. No, don't go. Hit the ramp. Hit the ramp. Yeah! You did mention it last night. You said you could make... this game could last 5 minutes? I have no idea how you would survive for 5 minutes in this game. That is a long time to stay alive and ski-free. We play Chip's Challenge. I remember playing that a lot when I was a kid. I'm sorry you have a reputation. It's true. He does. Yeah, this is the game, by the way. This is ski-free. Game's awesome. Oh, you did? Oops. I really need to set up some sort of a noise for those so I know when they happen. I tend to... Poor Jimmy tends to give me chicken feed and then I forget to do them. I just... 209, that's me. Now I'll ski for a while and surely nothing bad will happen, right? Nothing bad happens when you're skiing, does it? No, of course not. It'll be fine. I'll just ski for a while. I'll go and hang out in the lodge soon enough. It'll be wonderful. It'll be great. This is taking longer than I expected, honestly. I thought I would be dead by now. When will I die? It will happen soon enough. I haven't set any of the trees on fire. I should do that, too. So, there's a tree. I need to set a tree on fire. Hang on. There we go. Stay for a while. Stay for a while and listen. Stay by my campfire. You know who does a very good old man voice? It's my good friend RoboRev. He does an excellent old man voice. I was very jealous the other day when he was playing, I think, Link to the Past, and he did an old man voice, and I was like, oh, that's so good. Such a good voice. Oh my gosh, I got eaten by I'm dead. There you go. Anyway, that's Classic Reload. But yeah, you should check it out. It's a great website for just finding like old games and stuff. Oh, what? Okay. Here's a question. So, I think the plan for right now is once we finish with Earthbound Zero, we're going to start playing FF9. That's going to be our next RPG game. Because like once we finish with Mega Man Legends 2, we're going to play Spyro. But the next like RPG we're gonna play is FF9. Because Dan said that he would fall asleep if I played FF7. So I guess that kind of tells me what game is the one people want to see, or at least Dan wants to see. Plus, I like FF9, so it's fine. But I'm curious, for anyone who's played FF9, do you have like a favorite character? Or on the alternative, is there a character you really don't like? Because I have characters that I definitely don't like. A lot of people play 7 on stream. Part of the reason I wanted to play 7 on stream was that I was talking to Robo about the differences between the original FF7 and the remake. And so I thought it would be a good idea to like play the game and show that off, so I could be like, hey, now you can watch this. Vivi's your I mean, a lot of people like Vivi. I like Steiner. I'm also a big Steiner fan. I like the buffoon characters. You know who I don't like though? It's frickin' Eiko. Never liked Eiko. Never liked Eiko. Never liked Amarant. Oh, you know, another one who really grew on me this time I'm playing through is Freya. Freya's really cool. I like her a lot more than I used to. I just didn't really like Eiko. Like, her whole shtick is that she's supposed to be like a cute little girl that's like precocious. And yeah, that's what she is, but like, I don't know, it just feels like that's been done to death. There's nothing necessarily wrong with her. She's very much like Realm from FF3 6. Freya's cool though. Yeah. I like Quina more this time than I did in the past. I used to think Quina was kind of like what is this character, or why is this here, blah blah blah. But I don't know. She's kind of fun, or they're kind of funny. It's also interesting to note that Quina is not. She is gender, or they are gender fluid, because throughout the entire game, they are referred to as. It's interesting. The term, or the pronoun they use is that. And I remember as a kid, I'm like, what does that mean? And now I'm like, wow, they really should have just used they, but I guess that wasn't a thing in the 90s. Consider FF8. High school drama, moody, sad boys, lunar cry. There is a moody, sad boy. It's true. Although, if you want to play FF8, you should just watch my stream series. I mean, I do understand, though, that FF7 is probably overdone. But I haven't played it yet. I'm going to play it eventually, but it doesn't have to be our next one. Or I could just play FF5 again. I do love FF5. I'm going to make him look angrier. Angry eyebrows. The saddest boy. Do you want to see what he looks like? This sad boy? I actually have a pretty decent picture of him. Whatever. Yeah, if you want a game where the main character just talks inside their head throughout the entire game, play Final Fantasy VIII. Where's that picture? There he is, yeah. This is your moody sad boy, if you're interested. That's what it looks like. His name's Squall. His name is literally Turbulent Storm. So yeah. But watched a playthrough of FF10 last December, and you were really surprised. You've legitimately forgotten that it's one of the most emotionally powerful ones. As time passes, it's too easy to just remember a couple of cringy scenes. I have never played FF10. growing up, I had some friends who strongly convinced me that FF10 is insufferable, and I never tried it. Just never got around to playing it. But I mean, story-wise, it's a very poignant story. The whole thing is about, I mean, not to give too much away, but it's about the journey of someone who believes they're going to die and the emotions she has to go through on that journey, along with someone else who for most of the game does not realize that everyone else in the room knows something he doesn't. And they handled it pretty well. I mean, I think it's kind of an ugly game. I really don't like the visual design of FF10, which is strange for me because you would think I would be all over something that's like that vibrant and colorful. But I can't stand the way the game looks. But I mean, you know, that's a kind of a cool idea. There was that game, I never played this, but there was that game that was released on Steam, I think, called I Am Setsuna, which was sort of in the same vein. It was a story about a girl who thought she was sort of marching to her death. Yeah, I mean it's an interesting concept. It's a very bold storyline. I just wish it wasn't so ugly. I just wish it wasn't such an ugly game. I also kind of got sick of the whole like Jekt thing. Like the daddy issues thing kind of wore on me a little bit. I was like, I don't care. I've also heard that yes, Terranigma is getting a Western release. And what's exciting about it is that it looks like it's just going to be a port. It's going to be a port of the SNES game, which is the best possible outcome. You know, like from what I saw from the trailer, it doesn't look like they're doing any like AI upscaling or any obnoxious things like that. They're just going to put out the pixels of the original game, which already looked good because it's a Super Nintendo game. Biased. I was really excited because that's an excellent game. Terranigma is a really good game. That's another one that I wanted to play for y'all at some point. Although if we were going to play Terranigma, you really hope that they go ahead and offer a physical SNES cart while they're doing it. I mean, I would buy it. I have a reproduction card of Terranigma already, but I would still buy that. I mean, truth be told, it's one of those things that, like, there's no reason for them... Ligma? What's Ligma? Ligma nuts? It's kind of amazing that they haven't released it yet, considering... Ligma balls? Oh, okay. Did I say it wrong? Considering that, like, the game was completely translated, there was a PAL version of it already. That got you a warning. Bad girl, don't say that. This is a family stream. Oh, let me ask y'all a question. I know a lot of y'all are subbed, thank you. But not all of you are. I don't know how, are the ads bad on my channel? It's one of those things that, like, I realized that the other day when I was thinking about, YouTube, too, is that, like, I have had YouTube Premium for years, just because I originally bought it because I wanted to watch, like, that Game Grumps show that they made that was only on YouTube Red. And then I just never got rid of it because I just didn't want to deal with ads. But I know for a lot of people, like, there are ads and stuff. So, like, is it obnoxious? Are my ads bad? I don't really know. I've tried to make them as minimal as possible, but... I love the idea that my auto mod has just given up on you. You finally got rid of YouTube Premium and the ads were awful there. Yeah, I mean... I don't want ads. That's one of the reasons that I want to sub to you, Hobby, is so that I can watch your streams without having to deal with ads. Because I hate them. Well, I mean, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Make you uncomfortable. Come November, we're gonna have a whole big old change in the Hobby Ham streaming schedule. Streams every day. She's gonna become like the shrimp channel. Nothing but shrimp. 9 to 5. Oof. I can't imagine if content creation was like... Well... I couldn't imagine if content creation was like my job. I wonder how I would react to it, honestly. Don't cross the streams. I suspect that I would get sick of it. Like, I've seen how hard Ian has to work. I've seen how hard other people work to, you know, keep like a really good schedule and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I would want this to be a job, like something where it's like you have to go out there and have fun for work. It's like, I don't know, that doesn't sound fun. But for some people, it's like fish, you know, take like fish to water kind of thing. But I already feel weird that my regular job is doing graphic design, because it already kind of feels like I shouldn't get, you know, am I really doing enough? You know, it's like, is this really worthwhile? People tell me it is, which is great, but if my like stupid videos about games from the 90s were what was keeping my head above water in terms of surviving, I don't know, man. Kudos to the people that can do that. It does not sound easy. Speaking of, I actually need to do some recording on Shantae, or we won't have anything for this week. I was supposed to do that over the weekend, and then I didn't. Then I was going to do it on Monday, and then Monday happened, and I was like, I don't want to do anything. I want to just sit here and worry. I just want to sit here and be worried all day. That's way better. I don't know. I think it's just the economics of it, really. Like, I watch, one of the YouTubers that I watch regularly is a guy named Sumito Media. And every once in a while he will do videos talking about I get what I describe as the economics of YouTube. And every time I'm just sort of like, this is so stressful. This is so much more stressful than, you know, my simple life of make funny video, put out, have no one watch, you know? It's like that's my entire YouTube career, is just like making videos that, you know, don't get very many views. But what was rough about it was that there was one video he did not too long ago where he was talking about like some new policy that YouTube did, and it was something like you have to have like 8,000 watch hours or something like that. And he said something to the effect of like you know, if you can't do like 2,000 watch hours in a video, you're probably not going to make money anyway. And I just remember thinking, it's like, you know, I can't refute what you're saying, but that sure does hurt to hear. It's like, I mean, you're right. You're probably not going to make money unless you do that. Oh, big old Dan comment. I think that if I could genuinely find an audience, I would be happy with that. I honestly consider quitting my day job back home when I was running alternative events. It was half organizing and half being an entertainer of sorts. Doesn't mean you used to, but I came and enjoyed a lot. That said, I am absolutely not holding my breath about ever building that kind of following to be able to do it. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that y'all come out. I'm glad that, you know, I have like 700 subscribers on my YouTube. That's amazing to me. Like, that's a really good volume of people, in my opinion. It doesn't matter to YouTube, but to me, it's like, that's a lot of people. And the fact that people come out and watch my dumb videos is really exciting. But for it to be a job, that sounds tough, man. I don't think I want it to be my job. It sounds scary too, because it's like, you know, your livelihood is based on like the whims of the internet, the whims of the famously fickle internet. That's scary. So I'll probably always just be a hobbyist with this. But at least I can make videos for y'all and it's fun. Alright, this needs to be like lightning. Management class people. I mean, that's not great, to be sure. That's basically what happened to me in my last job, was that the management decided that, hey, we don't want to cut our salaries, so we're just gonna like get rid of some of you like little drones first. And what I have heard from the people that are still at the job I left, or the job that kicked me out, I guess I shouldn't say left it, is that it really hasn't worked. They're still kind of in bad straits, so that's not great. My old workplace's excellent plan of, we're just going to fire the people that actually do the work so we can keep our salary, has not worked out well for them. It's a little bit of schadenfreude, I gotta admit. But I mean, that old place I used to work had like 14 vice presidents, all of which had gigantic salaries. And they didn't get rid of a single one of them. They're like, no, we need all those vice presidents. They're important. We need all the vice presidents. Our company makes vice presidents. We are the vice president manufacturing company. What can I say? I've never run a company. I wasn't part of the C-suite. I don't know what struggles they were going through. Yeah, I can't wait to be self-employed. That'll be great and work out for sure. Yeah, well, brave of you to do it. I'm not trying to speak ill or anything like that. I'm just saying that, like, it's scary. I'm glad that my current job allows me to do the work I love, and I don't have to do things like quarterly taxes. This has been fun. This is kind of fun to draw sometimes. I've been having a lot of trouble recently with like inspiration as far as drawing goes. So I'm glad that these little like chibi characters are working out well, because it's just, you know, when you want to draw but you can't think of anything to draw, it's so frustrating. Because all you can think about is like, I just want to sit down and draw something, and then you're just like, I can't think of anything. Can't think of anything that's giving me any sort of delight. Like, I tried to draw something during Hobby's amazing stream last night where she beat the world record for Earthbound. And by the time I was done, I was like, I hate this. It didn't come out well at all. You have to lie to my second level boss about using Copilot and it pisses you off so badly. You mean you have to lie about not using it, or you are using it? Or what do you mean? One of my colleagues is all in on AI, and I just try and keep my mouth shut. Just try and keep my mouth shut. So I'm like, I don't want to lose my job, but I also don't want to destroy the environment. Adamantly against using it. Yeah. I give you that. I mean, to play devil's advocate for the devil that is AI, it does have good uses, just not what it's being used for. Like, AI is great at doing things like processing databases or like intense mathematical functions or something that is repetitive, but it's not creative. He just gave Toonses his second dinner. He sometimes sits on my foot while eating and you melt. That's adorable. Toonses the driving cat. Does he still sit in the nets? Out on your what was it you were growing? You were growing some sort of crop. Oh, Robo just started streaming. I want to watch it though. He's playing more Zelda. Alright, I tell y'all what. I'm gonna finish up Galoof here, and we're gonna call it for the evening. Thank y'all for coming out. But we are gonna raid Robo Rev because he is currently playing through. This is his first time ever playing through The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. It has been great fun watching him do it. You had to take the nets down. Was it because of Toonses? Because he just wouldn't stop. Toonses the driving cat. Silly cat. But yeah, I definitely want to watch Robo's playthrough because I was kind of the one who inspired him to do it in the first place. By inspired, I mean I harassed him into doing it eventually. And so I feel like I should be there. And I will continue drawing, so I can assure you of that. I'll just be sitting there drawing the entire time. But I do want to watch it, so. We're just going to finish up Mr. Galoof here. So I know something I realized when I was working on these earlier today is I never even think about Cryle. Like, for those who are not familiar with Final Fantasy V, there are 5 main characters. I just never acknowledge the last one. I like how you want to inspire me to play Contact on the Nintendo DS stream eventually. I need it. I would need to have some means to capture it, Dan. That's the thing, is that, like, I would need to either figure out how to put it on my Wii U so I could play it like I played Touch Detective, or I would need to somehow get a capture DS. And I don't have one of those. So. That is the challenge here. It did look like a cool game. It was a very interesting game. I feel like a capture DS would almost be wasted on me though, really. Yeah, I have a modded Wii U. That's what I do. That's how I record any DS stuff right now, is via the modded Wii U. And yeah, they're stupid expensive because they're like, I think they're crazy illegal. Well, not crazy illegal, but they are legal. Like, I think you have to import them from, like, Indonesia or something. I looked into it once and I was like, maybe not. They're not illegal. Oh. Shows what I know. They're just very difficult to make. That makes sense, I guess. But yeah, I feel like I don't play enough DS for it to really be worth it for me to have one. I love how this picture of Galoof, he looks like he's surprised that his little lightning rod is doing all that. He's just like, oh! I didn't know this was gonna happen when I picked this thing up! Cool. Well, look at that, folks. We did, let's see, what did we do? We did, Galoof and Ferris as martial artists, and we did all the black mages. And they came out pretty well, I'd say. Cool stuff. Well, once again, thank you all for coming out to join me for this. Sorry it wasn't a video game. I just wasn't up to it tonight. Fingers crossed everything will turn out fine with me tomorrow, and I will find out that I am not, in fact, about to have a heart attack. That would be for the best. But let's go ahead and raid Mr. Robo Rev. Thank you. I appreciate it. Again, it's probably not going to be anything significant. I just, you know, you always worry anytime it deals with your heart. So, all right, let's see. Raid Robo Rev. There we go. Go check it out. And, yeah, we'll do something else on Thursday. I might do some leather working. Depends on how far along I am on what I'm doing right now with leather. If it's to the point where it'd be something I feel like I could do in here, then maybe we could do that. Otherwise, probably just going to keep on pushing forward to finish Earthbound 0. But that's all for tonight. I'm the MoeChicken. This has been me drawing things, and thank you for stopping by.